Many times when creatives are building their brands, you are so caught up in making it that you forget how to be part of society. Why? You are the photographer, you are the tech person, you are building your website, you're managing your finances, you're still a child to someone, you're a caretaker, you're a parent, you're still an uncle. Like all these hats that you wear in your normal everyday life as an individual, that the professional hats become very many. And sometimes because of that, it's possible to drop certain balls. And now, in my 30s, I do think that 10 years later, I've figured out ways that I think can be very helpful in helping you build a holistic brand. And one of those ways is being part of crucial communities that will be beneficial to you. So number one is I've categorized these communities into 4 different categories. And the first category is the financial communities. You need to be part of intentional financial communities that are going to help you keep your temperature up, your financial temperature up. Communities that are reminding you to invest your money, they're reminding you to save your money, telling you where the money is this year. Communities are reminding you about the inflation rate and how to grow your money. One of the really good communities I'm part of, again, if you've been part of this channel, you've had this before. I am part of the Hascent Society by Odi Tumwine. And I love that community and that woman because she has really helped me stay on top of my game in terms of investment and knowing where my savings are going and being intentional about growing my money. Because if it's up to us as creatives, we'd spend all our money on equipment. But as you grow, you need that financial muscle. I need to build it. You need insurance and all these things. Also, you can be part of networking communities like BNI, still under the financial communities. Why? Because they're going to help you keep afloat with having active clients, with building a brand where you're known as a provider of this service. So you're in a group of people that are constantly finding ways of putting money in your pocket as a go-to person. So find investment clubs, find networking business clubs that you can join. Category number 2, find fitness communities that you can be part of. One of the biggest things that you're going to struggle with, or you can testify that you've already gone through it on this journey, is the mental health issue as creatives, especially if you're freelance, because you don't have a workplace that you go to every day, so you don't have people you're meeting every day. It's very easy to end up in a place whereby you are alone a lot of the times, because especially if you're not staying home, so you're not with your parents at home, you're not with your siblings, and you also don't have a work community that you belong to. So it's very important that from the money you make, please have a budget that can help you afford to be part of fitness communities. If it's not possible for you to have a budget for it, you can find free ones that you can join. There is walking clubs, for example. We now have the Walking Cousins that has a lot of creatives in it. Check out the Walking Cousins. It's a free walking club that you can be part of. They walk together every last Saturday of the month. And that is a very good way for you to just burn off some steam, but also interact with fellow humans. Sometimes humans that are in the same industry that you're in, and human interaction cannot be underrated. You can also be part of running clubs like the Marcos Running Club. I check them out on Instagram. You can join hiking clubs like the Great Outdoorsy. I think it's called Outdoorsy Uganda. You require some money to be part of this, but it's a good way if you can afford it. You can be part of the gym clubs in your local community where you are. The point is find a fitness community that is going to help you work your body, keep your mind and body active, and the money you make is made because you're able to move in your body. So your body is worth the investment. Category number 3 is what I've called the soft skills communities. You need to join communities that sharpen your skills, especially the soft skills. Yes, you've learned how to do the animation, the photography, the videography, you've learned the AI tools and techniques, but It's very hard to translate the value that you have on the inside of you if you're not able to find ways to express it. Things as basic as communication skills, both written and spoken, how to write a good email, how to bring your caption together, but also how to pitch yourself to people. So things like public speaking communities, a good one that I can recommend is a Toastmasters. Toastmasters is a really good community to be part of because you need to learn how to express yourself, how to translate the value you have into communication, verbal communication that people can buy into. You need to be able to speak for yourself. I know so many good creatives that are so good at what they do, and the only limiting factor that has kept them at a place where they've sort of plateaued is the fact that they really can't translate the value they carry on the inside. So you end up in a place whereby creatives who are able to express their value get the bigger projects, and then they have to work with you on those projects, which means then they pay you a part of what you should be paid because you just don't know how to express yourself. But also do understand that we all have different parts we play in the ecosystem. So that could be your part, but it should be your part out of choice, not because you lack the ability to express your value. So find soft skills communities that you can be part of. We have cooking clubs. Yeah, you can check out the Cooking Nuns on Instagram. It's a nice way to, meet and just burn some steam. But also through those cooking communities and soft skill clubs, you get to meet your clients there. You get to meet bosses there. You get to meet people that have the solutions to problems that you're struggling with, and they can actually be of help. Another quick community that can help with soft skills is the church, meditation groups, because when you look at most churches, they have different departments where you can serve, whether media team or ushering or welfare, all these different teams. While it might just be service, it also actually helps equip you with soft skills that you'll need in building your own brand. And also you're going to meet people there who you can be able to build what I like to call value adding circles. Like for example, as I'm shooting this video, the person that is helping me with videography is someone that I've met through the church. And if I met them at a professional level, maybe I might not be able to afford them. But by being part of communities like this, you also meet really valuable people, and you're able to exchange value with each other, because in this life, you really can't pay for everything using money. Otherwise, you would not be able to build a brand as a freelance because you don't have that kind of budget. But the biggest resource you have is relationship. So being part of such communities like the church, cooking clubs, Toastmasters will really help you build relationships where you can use this currency. So Simon, who is shooting this video, just told me what I'm talking about is actually called a Rolodex. In his explanation, he says a Rolodex is someone who has contacts and is connections with many people, especially influential people. So there is even a term for it that I didn't know. Anyways, the last category of communities that I feel you should be part of is professional communities. Professional communities will give you access to people that are going to write your recommendation letters, people that are going to give you recommendations for jobs and they'll be trusted, people that are going to invite you for training opportunities, people that are going to recommend you for awards you'd never know existed. For example, I've been part of the Uganda Press Photo Award community for the longest time. I've also been part of the Canon Academy community for the longest time. And I've had recommendation letters written for me by people in these communities when I was applying for jobs in global communities, where if they look into Uganda, they'll look for those particular professional entities. And you need to be in a space whereby if you needed a letter as a photographer, you should be able to call up someone in an organization as recommendable as, let's say, FOR for documentary photographers in Uganda. You should be able to call up someone and say, hey Stella, I do need this kind of help or this kind of letter, or I'm inquiring about this, without having to ask for so much help. So one of the things that gives you access to such things is being part of these professional communities. Remember in how this video we talked about how you cannot be part of a village unless you're able to participate as a villager. This is one of the ways of being a villager. I'm part of the African Women Photographers WhatsApp group and their website, and I got a really big job last year that gave me about 4,000 USD, and asked the client how they got to know about me, and they told me that they went on Google and typed in female documentary photographers in Uganda, and my name came up, but the link that came up was a link that led to the website of African female photographers. And that is how I got the job. But that means that if I was not part of that community, that job would not have found me, or those guys would not have found me. So being part of such communities is really helpful. Another good community for journalists to be part of is, for example, the Global Investigative Journalism Network has a WhatsApp group where you find journalists from all over the world, journalists, editors, all those people, and you get to know stories happening in real time. Or if you're doing a story in Uganda, let's say about the Ebola outbreak, but you need some pictures from, let's say, DRC, you're able to text on the group and say, hey guys, is there a photographer in DRC who can send me pictures on this? And you're able, let's say, to do a collaborative story where the other person will send you the pictures and you'll do the words without having to have the budget to go to DRC. And then you can just share the byline and say, maybe Miriam and Patrick, Miriam and Patricia, without having to fly to DRC. So find professional communities that you can be part of in your industry. In this economy, and to summarize the points we've covered, we talked about financial communities, fitness communities, soft skills communities. Finally, we covered professional communities. Let me know if this was helpful to you in any way. What communities are you already part of? If you're not yet part of any communities, which communities are you looking forward to joining immediately after watching this video? Let me know in the comments. And as usual, if you do like my videos or the picture quality that you're seeing on your screens, I do shoot these from MPIC Studios, who are professionals in doing corporate headshots. So if you're looking for a professional headshot to enhance your visibility on LinkedIn or Instagram and your visual brand, these are the guys to hit up. Or if you're looking to start content and do YouTube videos like me, the banner on the screen should be showing you how you can contact them and also follow them on their social media. Do follow me on Instagram at Watsemba Miriam, and let's have a chat. See ya. Bye.